love that. So, how do you manage your time? How you're doing like
So,
everything, you know, you have like so many things going on. What's the day
I mean,
look like?
effectively, I don't do calls or meetings. I do events like this, right? Podcasts, interviews, just because I think they're interesting in this case. Um, but, traditionally in a business or as an investor, you're meeting with a lot of people, right? You're getting on the phone with a lot of people. I just don't. I've got, if there's meetings that need to place, I have people who work for me that, they don't mind doing meetings. But for the last, 20 years, um, if you need me, you email me like you did back in
Yeah.
the day, right? And so I do everything via email. I don't need to sit in a meeting and ask, where's the coffee? Where's the donuts? Where are the cupcakes, right? How are the kids? And then you're just going to tell me what I already know. And, or what, you can tell me all that in an email and I can go back and forth. And the beauty of it is that now I have 25 years worth of email. So when I saw you reach out to me, I'm like, okay, when did Justin first reach out to me? I can just go look it up, and there it was, asking about Justin.tv. And to me, that value is more important than the time I spend in a meeting. Now,
Yeah.
that's not to say I'll never do a meeting. There's just times when you have to be face to face, right? But the number of meetings I had in normal times, if I had one meeting a month, that was a lot. If I did three phone calls a month, that was a lot. So my people know that you're not going to get a call or meeting until, there's a really good reason. Now with Zoom, it's a little bit easier because now we're used to everybody just getting online and this is fine. But still, there's no transcript of this. And to me, that's lost value.
That's interesting because your email, it's like an extension of your memory. You know, I was actually trying to look up our first conversation. I think I did reach out to you, like must have been 12 years ago or something about Justin TV, and we were trying to get you to invest in the company, which we
Okay.
idea and the way we were presenting it was terrible. I'm sure. So I don't.
Well, what you ended up doing, I mean, it was cool. I liked the initial concept, but I think I told you I didn't want to get back in the streaming industry because I knew how much work was involved. And then you evolved it, which was brilliant, and took it in a completely different direction. So yeah, now I feel like an idiot, but at the same time, you get all the credit because you took it in a completely different direction.
Yeah, you would never have known. You know, we were like kind of lost in the dark for years trying to figure it out, and there was the copyright concerns and the costs were like exorbitant. You know, we were just kind of barely at a certain point. We were 10 million in revenue and 10 million in cost to like of infrastructure basically and the support staff. You know, and that was like it was a terrible business. You know, but then
No, but that was a win to be break even like that. That was
yeah,
a huge step in the right direction
yeah.
because those stair step costs. Because when you want to start streaming back then, you needed to spend on the servers and the people and the bandwidth and pay those bills, and then you got the revenue.
Yeah, that first I remember when we launched it in 2007, we launched our own show, like me streaming to the internet, and we spent $30,000 in the first month on like streaming costs, and that was like all the money we had in the bank. That like our remaining thing we were like,
That was the problem, right?
yeah,
That's why I did not want to get back into the business. But
yeah,
to your credit, right? You stuck it out,
yeah,
and that was the key more than anything. I'm guessing.
yeah, for sure. Like just surviving long enough for the bandwidth cost to come down, internet advertising revenue to go up.
Go
Now,
back up, yep.
we kind of survived that 5 or 6 years until it happened, and that was probably the key in inflection. It was like everybody, like you, everybody knew something was going to happen here eventually, but no one wanted to be the one to fund it all the way up until like and
Well, it's
see
like
it fail,
YouTube,
right?
right?
Yeah,
Google hadn't come along, YouTube was toast. They couldn't afford their bandwidth bills.
exactly, exactly. Yeah. Now it's all easy. I was listening to your Kara Swisher interview this morning, and bandwidth has gotten like the costs have tanked and it's prolific, and you can watch. Everyone can be streaming Zoom and Netflix all day now, and
I mean, just the idea that you can have a gigabit to your house.
it's, like we would
I
never
mean,
have imagined that. I remember paying my first gigabit, like that we connection we got in the colo, and paying I don't even know how much, but it was a
it was
lot.
enormous. I
Yeah,
mean, I remember trying to get a T3, or a DS3 at 45 megabits, and it was like tens of thousands of dollars a month. It's just ridiculous. But that was the expectation. But sometimes you just got to survive that as things go your way, and you guys deserve all the credit.